music has just worsened exponentially. I'm going to try to catch y'all up on what happened because this is crazy. It's unprecedented. It's the Wild West, and it could happen to anyone.
Wow. All right, welcome back. Appreciate you tuning in again. All right, so today I've got something kind of interesting. This is kind of a bigger problem, a bigger scale issue, a bigger picture issue. This is a girl that she's an artist. She makes all kinds of music. She makes personal music, like she says in here, for her family and other people. She makes it for social media. So what's going on is this company has essentially used AI to copy all of her music, right? So they're copying her music and then they're taking it away from her by copyright striking said music through their platform. So they're using you know what? I'm just going to let her explain it here. I'm going to play it right here. And then we'll go over a few aspects of this. The reason I want to talk about this is it is a huge issue, and it's an oncoming issue that we're seeing, more today, and we're going to see more and more, right? And it's a kind of a broader topic that this really bothers me because I have nothing against AI. I want to preface that. There's nothing against AI for me. I think it's incredible. But just like a gun, right? When you have a gun in someone's hands, they can use it for bad things. They can use it for defense. They can use it for all kinds of things. But you don't sit there and go, that gun, oh my God, that gun is so bad. It's the gun that pulled the trigger. It's the person. So how we handle AI going forward, that's what matters. And I'm not one of those people that jump on the anti-AI hype train. I'm not like that. I don't see anything on it. Now, I do practical effects. That's what I do. That's what I want to focus on because I see a future where that's valuable. And it's valuable to me. I don't want everything being AI. We need to strike a balance. That's what matters. So, let's listen to this here.
My problem with AI-generated music has just worsened exponentially. I'm going to try to catch y'all up on what happened because this is crazy. It's unprecedented. It's the Wild West, and it could happen to anyone. Basically, as you already know, an entity called Timeless Sounds IR uploaded AI-generated versions of my songs to all major streaming platforms. And to do that, they fed YouTube videos of me to an AI engine that then mimicked my voice in playing. They used a distributor, which I just discovered, and that distributor's name is Vydia. They used Vydia to upload all these AI-generated songs. And Vydia has since decided that it was going to make copyright claims on all of the videos that were used to feed that AI engine to sound like me. So Vydia has come forward and made copyright claims on my YouTube page. And because YouTube does not personally review these things, I am no longer making money on YouTube. Vydia is making money on YouTube off of my own videos of me.
Okay. So, I just a quick, just a quick explanation here, like from my perspective about YouTube. YouTube in itself, separately from AI, is a huge problem. You hear about it all the time. I don't need to explain it. We all know about it, but there's so much copyright abuse. But here's the thing. It's not just, copyright abuse. It's that there's virtually no power in the hands of the creator. And there's plenty of power if you have a big business, right? If you're a corporation, if you're Fox News, if you're Jeff Bezos, if you're, music video industry, some kind of music industry, music label, if you're a movie label, right? If you make movies, whatever, Hollywood, all these big businesses, they get so many benefits, on YouTube and these social media platforms where they can just hit a button and take your channel down or, strike whatever it is that you're doing, regardless of the legality. I mean, 90% of the time it's illegal technically for them to do, right? You have fair use, so you're within your legal means to do what you're doing. If you're showing a few seconds of a clip, but mainly it's transformative, we all know that, right? If it's transformative, then you can use it. Okay, that goes for music, that goes for movies, it doesn't matter, games, whatever. But they don't care. They're a huge industry, they're a billion-dollar industry, they don't give a shit about you. It's just a numbers game, spam as many copyright strikes as possible, take as much money as you can from all of these channels, while the little person, so, you know, the reason that YouTube exists, the reason that these giant labels, these giant corporations, these giant businesses can even exist or are even cared about, are even on the radar of most people, especially newer generations, right? Completely abused and thrown out. It's insane. This is the problem I have with YouTube. Most of it's AI and, you know, AI regulated. And if a person looks at it, it's all up to the bias of the person, right? And you have to go to court if it goes further, so you have a lot of risk. You also have to share personal information, which I sure and fuck am not going to do. And a lot of people don't want to do. I'm not gonna, you know, because you falsely copyrighted me, you did something falsely against my channel. The point being is that they are destroying themselves for a short-term goal of profit, of monetization. They're biting the hand that feeds. Does that make sense? Let's keep watching.
Be playing my own banjo in my own backyard with traditional folk songs, some from my own family, over AI generated music. So I just wanted to update y'all, and I wanted to let you know that the only thing I can do about it is dispute this copyright claim. I can't dispute the copyright claim of YouTube because YouTube doesn't get involved. I can dispute it with video. Do you think video is gonna listen to me? I don't think so. So yes, that's AI generated music for y'all, and these are the consequences of using it. So if this looks like a bright future, I'd reconsider.
So, you know, I think I said most of what I wanted to say, and I can't blame her for saying what she said. It's like social media, these things don't look like a bright future, right? When you see stuff like that. So it makes people go away. What's the point of me getting into this? Coming on social media, sharing my art, right? Sharing my talent, my abilities, my blood, sweat, and tears with people if YouTube and all of these companies that don't seem to give a shit side with these businesses, I'm going to call them faux businesses, right? They're not even really real businesses. They're just bullshit. That are stealing the content and re-uploading, pretending that it's their own. And my problem is, and I'll say this, okay? My problem is that it's like they're not required to have evidence, right? There needs to be some kind of bare minimum entry with evidence, okay? So like when the business copyright strikes you for something, they're like, this is our content. Well then, present that evidence. Show how far back your content goes. Have the receipts, prove that it is your content. Prove that it is not transformative. Prove that someone's just re-uploading the entire video, which is where humans come into play. This is where there needs to be a balance. AI should be sifting through the noise. It should be sifting through the bullshit. It should be categorizing, filtering, right? That's the whole point in my view. That's the power of AI. And then humans come in and they look through it and they decide. There could be some AI intervention there, but the ultimate, decision, the most important part where you can lose your channel or your video comes down and you lose your monetization, which is, I would say, pretty important. That's when humans need to come into play. Anyway, I think it's pretty straightforward. This kind of shit disappoints me. I'm curious to see what you think. You think the balance of AI is the answer? No AI? I don't really agree with that. I think a balance is the answer. I think that's the solution. You tell me. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.